Well, sometimes you sit down to record an episode of a podcast, and because you've read from the Book of the Dead, everything kind of goes to shit, and people start dying, and recorders stop recording, and then you got to start over, which is kind of what's happened here. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Movie Men podcast. My name is Brady, and we're missing Pete because Pete is a coward. That's not actually why, but I'm calling his bluff. Pete was maybe going to be able to make this episode, and then he was like, "Well, I see that we're going to be doing the Evil Dead. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. I've got stuff on the go," and I think maybe that was partially by design. But we have the next best thing, if not something superior, at least when it comes to horror and horror expertise. Returning for the second year in a row, and certainly not as last year, unless he's like, "No, screw you guys, I'm not coming back." It's our friend Jordan. Jordan, say hi.
Hello. How's it going, bud?
Still good.
Yep. That's all right. Second introduction's not too bad. That's okay. You know what works out here is that I'm all high energy now. I think the first 28 minutes, I think it was, it got me all warmed up, so I'm ready to go. That's all right. No worries.
Yeah. And you've forgotten everything you've said anyway, so it's all going to be fresh. It's all going to be... Yeah, we were like half an hour. We were like half an hour into an episode. Yep. And the person who has done this 160 some odd times goofed. So
wow, that's a lot of episodes, bud. Congratulations, by the way. Jeez.
Yeah, thanks. It's we tried really hard for at least 5 of them, and so it's it's been a journey well worth it. Okay, so I'm gonna cover some of the points that I covered already, without trying to. I mean, I can't fake it. It's. We've already said this, but listen. The first time we started recording, I asked you a question, and the question kind of remains because you gave me an answer, but I don't know if it was a super satisfactory answer. We watched The Evil Dead this week for an episode that you are guest starring in. It was your suggestion. You put it forward. Why do you hate me? Why? Like, it's a film that I was like, when you put it forth and you were like, honestly, you put this film forth as an option, and I thought to myself, yeah, okay, like, nice try. No one is going to vote for that. Maybe 1 or 2 people.
I'm shocked. I am shocked.
Yeah, but everybody apparently got all up and excited about it. And there was 1 or 2. I think The Witch was a pretty close-ish second, which is also interesting to me because I don't know. I haven't seen it, and I don't know enough about it to be able to get behind it and say, yeah, okay, absolutely, it's an amazing film. But I watched this film begrudgingly. I did not want to. The 2 or 3 days leading up to watching it, I was very vocal with everyone around me about not wanting to watch this film. I have seen the trailer. I have shown the trailer, the Red Band trailer. I have shown the trailer to other people in order to scare the shit out of them. And everyone I've ever shown it to has said, yeah, not on your life, pal. I'm not watching that. And I was like, right? Me neither. And, and life happens. So I watched The Evil Dead. Now you got to taste your
own medicine.
Yeah, I watched The Evil Dead. Talk to me about The Evil Dead, sir.
Well, I mean, this movie is insane. So this remake is absolutely bonkers, bananas, if you will. But The Evil Dead as a franchise is one of my favorites, I think, in a long list of horror movie franchises with a long list of movies in those, like Friday the 13th. But Evil Dead, fun movies. So the original 1981. So 1981 is when that one came out.
Okay.
Sam Raimi directed. I would assume also produced, as him and Bruce Campbell probably had no money. But they come from comedy backgrounds. So
right.
that one, not a comedy. I think horror, one of the easier genres to kind of break into. You don't need much money, and you can kind of get away with some stuff, some low budget restrictions in the genre, and still come away with a profit, and also with a cult, at least a cult following, which is what this movie garnered. So, but that one, not a comedy. But I assume after getting the making some money and fan base off of that one, probably just playing it in drive-ins and stuff, in the 80s, 81. Then making Evil Dead 2, which was their comedy horror movie, because coming from a comedy background, I'm sure they wanted to do something. What I always think is probably something like Tobe Hooper with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Part 2 is a complete subvergence from the first one, and it just it's a complete comedy. Nothing like the first one, whereas Evil Dead 2 was a complete remake of his own movie, except just insert comedy tones here,
Right. Okay.
And then Army of Darkness was just it's just a straight up comedy. It's just tongue planted firmly in cheek from minute one.
Right.
It was like a medieval timepiece,
Okay. And
yeah.
And then there's a TV series, a limited series?
Yeah, Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Okay. Which is Campbell
amazing.
Again?
Yeah, Bruce Campbell reprising his role as Ash Williams and just killing it. Like, oh man, he's so good, man. Really good.
And it's horror, or it's horror comedy, or what is
it's
the
a
series?
It's a horror comedy for sure. Yeah, but
okay.
It's a horror first and then a comedy second. Like, it is funny, but it is it's very it's crazy too. It's very gory and just what you would expect from an Evil Dead movie. So it's perfect mix.
So because I after watching this one, as much as I pretty thoroughly hated my experience watching it, I had the bug, and I went back the next night. I went back to watch the first one, and it didn't do it for me. It was too. It was campy. It was, but it just, yeah. I don't know. I think I probably just watched them in the wrong order.
Yeah, it just doesn't. Well, that's the thing. If you watch the original, doesn't click along like this one does. This one is just balls to the wall from moment one, pretty much. And that one kind of takes a little bit more time to get going. It's a little more 80s, right? It's a little slower. It's not as high adrenaline as this one, I would say. Right.
Yeah. It doesn't have because right from the get-go in this one, we have drama between Maya and her brother. We have there's conflict even just within the group of people. Like there's subplots that are happening.
Well, I like how they went about this one, for sure. They didn't completely remake it. They used, remake name, used the premise, but kind of took his own story, added a little bit more drama, a little bit more character development, so that, maybe we're a little bit more invested this time around. That was nice.
Right. Instead of a shot-for-shot remake, it's definitely a new vision.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, cool. I want to. So the three things that kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say they don't work for me. Three things that kind of stick out. Three things that I was like, okay, I have to talk about this. Number one, what are the odds because I mean, I'm not going to say up until this point the whole thing's realistic and it's super believable, because I mean, look at the subject matter. But when Johnny Do-Right, or whatever his name is there, Macaulay Culkin's himself together a defibrillator out of a car battery and some old syringes. What does he do for a living? Like what?
Do we know what he? I don't think we know. We don't know what he does. No.
No, I don't know. It's just
he's definitely not like an engineer.
No, but he's like, suddenly, all his friends are dead, and suddenly he becomes Tony Stark in a cave putting together an Iron Man suit, and he's like, just a freaking
he's just
genius.
MacGyver. Yeah, he's MacGyver.
And it's hard to say if it was successful.
Well, I don't know. It didn't seem like it was, and he's using plastic syringes. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think she just came back because that was part of how the magic worked, right? I think that's how the curse ends, and he just had to give it, he had to give it some breathing room for her to Pet Cemetery herself back into place. Because I wasn't like, it took me quite a bit. Once she comes back, it takes you a little bit to trust her, I feel like.
Sure, yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what she's going to be like.
No, right. So that one, I was like, okay. The second thing, Maya's dismemberment of her hand.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, but before you go on, totally rad.
Okay, yes, it's wicked, but it's super WTF, because the Jeep falls on her hand, which and not even like, the way cars are built, there's not even a lot of weight likely on the top of the vehicle like that. I don't know. It seems like all the weight would be on the other side, like where the tires and stuff are. But even if it broke her hand, which I don't, it would have had to have broken her hand in order for her to rip her hand off.
It for sure broke, like, no doubt that's going to break your hand. I don't know. Yeah, that's definitely breaking your hand.
It still just seemed unlikely that, maybe if it was like pinned between concrete and the car.
Right. I mean, it's between mud.
It's mud. It's mud and grass and whatever else.
Right.
That thing would just
and you're definitely,
slip out.
Yeah, you're not ripping it off in that fashion for sure.
No. And everyone in these movies, and the same, like one of the best things I've ever seen, and maybe this still isn't even realistic, but at the end of the first Saw film, where the doctor saws his leg off,
right? Yeah,
and then goes into shock, is pale and is losing, like, his lips are turning gray, and his voice is weak, and he's struggling to talk. I'm like, yes. You would be, the fact that you didn't pass out is incredible. The fact that you made it through sawing off your own, but we know it's true because the 127 hours guy did it. So we know it's possible.
For sure, but you're like pale as a ghost and don't know where you are.
Well, you're clinging to life, whereas she does it, and then she continues to just be a badass. And sure, okay, there's adrenaline.
She didn't wrap it up. No Band-Aids or nothing. Just nothing. Straight up. Just
infection
just
galore.
Enrolling in mud too.
Yeah. And so, sure, there's adrenaline, which is probably helping with the pain, but it's also increasing the rate at which the blood is pumping out of her wrist. Which brings me to my final point. 20 seconds? 30 seconds after the credits roll, she's dropping dead in the woods from blood loss. She's not making it home. She's not making it to safety. She's limping. She's hours away from civilization. I
don't know how you're not in shock just from trauma. You're in shock from trauma and pain at that point, and you're dying in the woods.
Everyone has, whereas Whereas some people have had to watch, everyone else has had to watch people brutally murdered and get attacked. She has had to, like, she was possessed. She talks about how horrible it was. A lot of people died at her hand. She was just the finger puppet for a demon.
Yes.
That's got to take something out of you.
Oh my God. The dreams that you would have, the visions in your head that you would have after that. Nope. No, thank you.
Yes. Oh yeah. She's going to be taking a couple of visits to Dr. Loomis for probably, the rest of forever.
That's Michael Myers. That's where it all started.
There's a good, this is a good touch, eh? Good reference.
But this is where I give some horror movies a pass here, and I don't think this is a masterpiece, like in a psychological sense. There's nothing smart about this film. It's a dumb check your brain at the door, just watch some crazy stuff that you're probably not going to see anywhere else, and just have a blast, or not have a blast, just be terrified, whichever way. But
that's what it's got going for it.
Yeah,
right?
For sure. Yep.
And so I don't think this is a scary movie. At least for me. I was never scared.
I don't think so either. No.
I have watched, and I think we talked about this a year ago. I have come out of movies frightened. It's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been
but
like a long while.
So whoever listening, don't say it's not scary, because I think to us maybe it's not scary. It is. Things you will see in this movie will haunt you, I think.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess there's some of the demonic stuff, like when she's like interacting with them and stuff. It's But if you're like you and I,
right,
where you've watched enough of this stuff, you've become a little desensitized to the demonic aspect, a little desensitized to the head spinning pea soup stuff, then it just falls very sweetly and nestles itself into a cradle of just upsetting, unsettling stuff to watch.
Yeah,
because it's gross. It's
gross, and it is upsetting. Like the reaction, like what is happening to these people? Like imagine if you and Pete and I in a group of us went up into a cabin and this happened. It would be unbelievably upsetting.
And I was so like as we're watching the movie, I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, I can't. Everything about what's going on there, everything about this whole situation is garbage. First of all, if she's a cocaine addict, and she's so much a cocaine addict that she has legally been declared dead, and they had to restart her heart because she had
heroin. I believe.
Was it heroin? Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, either way,
she's a serious user, a very very serious user.
Yeah.
Quitting cold turkey by taking her up to a cabin in the middle of the woods and strapping her to the bed. She's just as likely to die from withdrawal symptoms as she is anything else. So right out of the gate, this is a boneheaded move. There's no reason for you to be doing this. No reason whatsoever.
Unsupervised. These guys don't look like they know what they're doing.
No.
Either. Nope.
2, when you get to the basement and you discover, that Sylvester and all of his friends are hanging from the ceiling, and there's a book.
The cast of Cats.
Yeah. The cast of Cats. when the people behind the 2019 film of Cats finally get what they have coming to them, and you discover this book that is bound in a garbage bag, wrapped with barbed wire.
Oh, it's got barbed wire wrapped around it.
And I didn't get to touch it or smell it or see it outside of just from a screen. But the second they opened that bag, my out loud verbal reaction in the room was, oh, that's human flesh.
Just, yeah.
That's status skin. And the person I was watching it with was like, well, maybe it's some kind of animal. I said, no.
Oh, no.
That is people. That's a people book.
I believe in the original. I believe in the original too. It's got like a face on it.
Oh God, I don't know if I got that far.
Yeah, I believe in the original. The Book of the Dead has a face on it.
Yeah, little ear sticking out. Oh God. So then that happens. Then Donnie Doofus is like, I have my doctorate. I'm a teacher. I'm going to read from this book. I'm going to do the old. I just remembered this trick from when I was a kid, and we would take a crayon, put it over top of a quarter, and
National treasured it up.
Yeah, and shade trace it out, and figure out what it is. And which I fully don't understand how that was happening on this book, because it was just
I don't quite understand it either, but they had left some messages in there for somebody that was not these kids.
No,
that's for sure.
And
but I don't quite understand how they put riddles into this book.
Yeah, so you open the book of human flesh, and the first thing you see is a inscription, we'll call it, that says, "Leave this book alone."
Yes, please.
You choose to ignore that.
Yeah.
You read what is clearly demonic incantation.
This thing was wrapped in barbed wire.
Yeah,
and it told you to leave it alone.
How do you get past that point without?
I know. Oh, I know. But thank God they did for me.
And then you do it, and then very clearly, like, he makes the connection way sooner than he tells people. Like, pretty early on, he's like, oh, shit. This is everything that's happening is because I read from this book. And it takes at least one death. It takes like one or two deaths before he's like, hey, by the way, I think I know why this is happening. It's my fault. We're going to have to kill them.
Well, what would you do? I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I would tell. I don't know if I would tell people right away. What would you do? I'd be scared to tell, but they're going to find out anyway, obviously. Might as well just tell them.
I think I would tell them out of fear. Like, I know what you mean. Sure. In a lot of normal circumstances, I think I would, my pride would get in the way and I would keep my mouth shut. Like, maybe I'll get away with it. I don't want everyone to hate me. Yeah. But in this situation,
it's like life or death.
Yeah, like people are dying. And and it's clearly demons. And
it's
I'm not demons. Once this thing decides it's going to turn and come after me, I have I think I'd be looking for herd protection at this point. I would be looking for.
He national treasured up the riddles. He had the wherewithal to do that, but didn't get through enough of the book or even take a hard look at the book. It was telling him exactly what was going to happen to everybody.
Yeah, because then he goes through and he starts...
laid it out for him, and he's like, eh.
Yeah, because after she boils herself alive, he goes and he finds the page where that happens.
Oh, yeah. Everything. Yes, there's the one where she's cutting herself, her face off, like peeling her face off. And then the demon at the end coming from the ground. Oh, the raining, the sky raining. He knew it all. He knew it all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's also a numpty. He was also so not only was this guy a total piss off and is the only one there that deserved death, because and here's the other thing, the nerve, the balls on him, when he says to what's-his-face, he's like, this is all my fault. It's because of me. We're going to have to kill Maya.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. To be like, okay, the only way we're going to survive this is to kill your sister. By the way, had I not read from this book, we wouldn't have to kill your sister. So we have to kill your sister, and it's my fault.
I was happy with his reaction, though. Like, at least he wasn't like, yeah, you're right. He was like, are you crazy?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, we're not killing my sister.
Yeah. Are you nuts?
Mm-hmm. So not only did he deserve kind of what he had coming, but it was a long time coming. Like this guy takes a beating. He comes, there's like 3 times where I'm like, okay, now he's dead.
Have you ever seen the movie Cabin in the Woods?
No, but this gave me, like, having just seen the poster and knowing that it's a horror film set in a cabin in the woods, there were several times where I was getting vibes to a film I hadn't even seen.
Okay, so now that you've seen this, I would really like you to go back and watch that because it's a total parody. It's great. It's a great horror movie, but it's a total parody off of a bunch of different horror movies. This one being, to me, for my money, like the front and center. And they have a character in that movie who's like a stoner character. This guy's not a stoner, but he kind of reminds you of this guy a little bit. He looks like
a stoner.
But this guy in Cabin in the Woods and it's a joke. Like, it's so funny how much of a beating this guy takes. And it's exactly this character from Evil Dead. Okay. So if anyone has seen that movie, that's exactly what this is like. It's amazing.
I will have to check that out then. What else, man?
Well,
what else?
He takes a beating, though, straight up. Like, he takes nails. He takes a syringe to the eye, into the hand.
And pulls it out. And he just,
he takes knives to the gut. Like, he takes everything.
He's like a cross between the T-800 and Michael Myers. He's just like, he's just going to keep going. It doesn't matter. Yeah, just keeps going. As much as I hate this movie, no, okay, I won't say that. As much as I hated the experience of watching it, it's well done.
It is very well done.
Like, there's never a moment where I look at it and I go, that seems fake.
Oh, it's shot just beautifully too. Like, it looks great.
Yeah,
the sound design. It's all
the blood coming from the sky and the lighting. Like, there's some beautiful shots.
Oh yeah, there is
in this film.
Yep.
Yeah. What else can you tell me? Do you have anything else on your list of things you love about this movie and why it's better than I think it is?
Well, yeah, I think there is some digging you can do. It's clearly front and center, but the commentary in this movie, there's obviously something they added in that the Evil Dead, the original, didn't have, which is the addiction subplot, obviously, and the theme of addiction. So that was kind of nice, and it's how Maya had to literally and figuratively go through hell to overcome her addiction, which is what we see a lot of addicts have to do as well. Whether you poo-poo that or not, it's clearly in here.
Right. We see that often, though. Like, nowadays, as a demonic possession plot device, if you've got a room full of people and a demon is looking for someone weak enough for them to be able to enter, then it's the person with an addiction, or it's the person with, whatever, an anxiety disorder or depression, or right. That's kind of a reoccurring theme, is that, like, it's easier for them to prey on the already, weak-willed.
They're weak.
People.
Yeah, they're weakened. Yeah, for sure. And we see it all the time, so it's not, in this one part, it's not amazingly done. It's just, it gives it a little bit more to chew on than it's just a dumb horror movie, which it is. It completely is. But there's something there. There's a little bit there, and it's nice to see her as the final girl come through and then do what she does at the end, which I love. That final shot with the chainsaw and the demon is just fantastic.
And I was surprised. Like, that was something fun. The movie genuinely did keep me guessing, and at no point, although it's like it's got all of the workings of a predictable horror film, sure, it was never predictable for me.
No, you never saw her coming back. Like, you thought she was gone.
Never would have guessed that.
No.
No.
Which in the original too, it's the same thing. Like, she was gone. That character, it's not the same character, but there's a character that gets locked in the cellar in the basement, and that's kind of the character that she kind of is in that moment. That character does not come back. So it's nice. So when the fans thought they were kind of, okay, this is what they're doing, they completely pulled that out from under you and then kind of hit you with this. And then I also thought they were going to do a sequel to this, so I thought maybe she was going to get away, and they would have sequelized this one for sure and had her as like the Ash Williams character because she had the severed hand, and she could have put the chainsaw on the hand like Ash does. I don't know. There was so much potential with this character. I really liked her a lot.
Do you think they still could, or is
no?
Is
so they've announced. So Sam Raimi announced that they're doing another one.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called, but they're just starting it all over again, except doing like it's different. It's a different group of people. I don't know if it's even going to be in a cabin. Like, it's just it's going to be a different thing, but just with the Book of the Dead.
That's a bit of a shame, because I would have as much as I don't enjoy the experience that I had watching this, I would be intrigued to see the continuation of her character.
I would too. I really liked her, man. I really thought she was a good supplement, I guess, for Bruce Campbell. Like, I thought she was very good.
And she's got the potential, having gone through this. She has the potential
Jane
to go.
Levy.
Yeah. She's got the potential to go like full Linda Hamilton, and like just really become the Sarah Connor of this franchise, who like has gone through it and is now somewhat equipped. But
so I would urge you to watch the show. You'll have a blast with the show. It's half an hour episodes, very fast, very funny, very cheesy, gory, not like this movie. Like, Bruce Campbell's in this one, so it's more along the lines of the original, except it's like a modern take, so it's a lot more fun. Like, you'll be into it. And there's a female character with him and his like crew, and she was very much in the vein of Mia here. And she was great too. So I could have seen them going that way with this character, and her, being like a Sarah Connor or just this really badass female Ash Williams too. Like, really funny. Like, they could have injected the comedy into the second one and kind of went along the same lines as the original. Like, it could have been really good.
So do I need to see the first three original films?
No. All you need to know is that this one starts off years late. Like, Ash is an older man. Like, he's 50 years old. The book has been put to rest. Something happens. Someone opens the book, reads a passage, unleashes the evil, and he's there. He needs to stop it. But at this point, he's already been through. He's been through what happened in the originals. You already know what happens, and he's got the chainsaw. Like, his hand severed, and he's got the chainsaw.
So does I'm wondering.
In the boomstick, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I will check it out. I'm definitely.
It's really fun, man. It's a blast of a TV show.
Cool. Do you have anything else to add, sir?
I don't really think so. I mean, there's just some scenes that I could go through that I think I just loved. Obviously, some of the gore scenes, but like the bathroom scene we talked about before it cut out on us. That was a fantastic scene for more than one reason. Obviously, the gore I think was great, amazingly well done. It was creepy. You knew something was it had some tension in there, because you knew what was going on with her when she she goes out to get, and she just hits like a brick wall, and she's just possessed all of a sudden, and you're like, okay, what the heck? And then you know what's going on. She's possessed, but the characters in the living room have no clue what's going on. So you're like, okay. So what's in the back of our heads? We're like, okay, what's going to happen? And then as soon as he gets up to go check on her in the bathroom, you're like, all right, here we go. So there's some tension there, some good gore, and then just the emotion of him after the deed, after he kills her, and just his reaction, it just breaks my heart because clearly they're all really close, right? So just heartbreaking. Yeah. Really good scene for more than just the gore, I think. And then obviously there's the scene in the cellar where she goes down with the X-Acto knife. She pulls the other girl, the blonde girl, down and with the X-Acto knife, and she's talking all Pazuzu with her, you know. And but in that harsh language is in line with the originals. Maybe not as harsh as that, but they're talking and like really saying some nasty stuff, you know. That's kind of where they pulled that from.
That's the scene from the trailer that has always been a deterrent for me.
Oh yeah, the licking of the X-Acto knife.
Oh my gosh, and then like the making out. Question, observation, and then question. Observation. So the initial possession in both films, in this and the original, are very similar. Like with the vines and everything else.
Yes, very good. Yep.
In both scenes, the possession, obviously in this one we see like the demon with the tongue that comes out, and
like the branch. I love that.
Yep. But in both iterations it enters through her groin. In the 80s one, as far as I saw in the 80s one felt like both are pretty messed up. The 80s one feels a lot rapier. It feels a lot.
It is. I think obviously with our modern sensibilities, this one, it's definitely not as, it doesn't feel as graphic and upsetting as the first one. I think this one's, I don't know, you can't even use the word tasteful. I'm not going to say it's more tastefully done, but it just feels more in line with like, okay, I'm watching a horror movie. This is kind of messed up. And then you get the close-up of the demon, and I don't know, it just feels a lot different.
Yeah, and so then my question is, like in the original, during this scene, and maybe this is part of what makes it feel a little more sexual assaulty, but her blouse gets ripped or pulled off, and we see her nipples quite a bit.
Yeah.
And that's something, it's, you know, and this is, so we always end our show talking about what we watched, you know, in the last week or so, giving a rundown of movies. And I've watched some other like 70s and 80s horror films, and then, you know, 21st century counterparts to them. And it's a trend that I'm noticing that all of these old films, I mean, you've got your Child Play is an exception, I think. But you've got your Friday the 13th. You've got your Nightmare on Elm Street. You've got your Halloween. You've got The Evil Dead. You've got, you know, whatever else it is. In the 70s, 80s, 90s, if you've got maybe even early 2000s, if you've got a horror film, at some point there is going to be female nudity in it. It just feels like a staple of the horror genre from that era. And nowadays, not as much. Is that something, as someone who is a student of the horror genre, is that a shift that's happening? Is that something that was a staple and we're moving away from it?
Well, it depends where you're watching your horror movies, I guess. If you're watching a studio film and it's in theaters, you're probably not going to see much of that anymore. I don't even think back in the day these were necessarily studio films. Like, these were small movies that were playing in, they weren't getting theater releases. Like, these were playing in drive-ins, in like dirty, you know, exploitation theaters. So I think these all were more in line with the exploitation films of like the 70s and stuff, where I don't know why that horror became synonymous with that. I just I don't know.
And there are all, there are always unknowns for sure, because if you're paying an actor or an actress to be in a horror film, you probably don't have to pay them very much because it's a horror film, and your chances are you maybe have a peanuts kind of budget. And if you're paying, so chances are you don't have many actors and actresses in it who are well known. And second of all, if you are going to pay them to show some skin on screen, typically there's a premium attached to that. So the girls that are naked in these horror films are always the first, maybe the second to die. They're the name that nobody knows. They're just kind of they're cannon fodder for our protagonist, or our antagonist, to get in there and start, chopping people up.
Right. Yeah, and they are the first. Well, and I think that's in the Halloween franchise where they started the you have premarital sex, you die, or you do drugs, you die, you do this, you die. Like how Scream lays out the rules for you and everything. Well, I don't know. I wonder did that have something to do with the AIDS? With AIDS going on.
Oh, that's interesting.
They were trying. It was a commentary on that. On the
political undertone.
The war on drugs. Was it? Who knows, right? Who knows what they were trying to say? Or was it just? I don't know. To draw, was the nudity to just draw a crowd? Maybe they couldn't draw.
Sure.
Couldn't draw people in with just the premise or the horror or the gore or the horror. People didn't want to see that, so they draw them in with the nudity. Who knows, right? It's interesting.
Maybe a mix of the two.
Yeah,
okay,
but now, sorry, just one quick point.
It
still does happen quite a bit, just not in theater. Like you'll see it more in the indie horror scene. You'll see a lot more nudity and racy things going on in those movies than you will in a movie, especially like this. Like this was gore, but there was no nudity really, I don't think really anything.
No.
Yeah, so it's different. And this was in theaters. So I just, if this was a smaller indie film, you probably would have saw some boobs.
Yeah.
Or a male bum.
The bum. Okay, sir. So, on a scale of 0 to 10.
Oh yeah. And you really want to know?
And you can do decimal points. You can be like
I will.
Yeah, you can give me a decimal point if you need to. But a scale of 0 to 10, where would you rank the 2013 Evil Dead?
You're going to think I'm nuts, but I got to preface this rating quick. So I'm not rating this movie on, this is a mass, like I would rate The Witch a 10 out of 10. I would rate, that movie is a masterclass in.
There's nothing you would change about it.
No, it's in every aspect of filmmaking. That thing is a beast. This is a beast in another way, and this is not a 10, but it's a 9. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. This is so close to being a perfect horror movie for me. Very close.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. There's so many different ways I could go with this. I want to say I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10.
That's not bad. I thought, wow, that's higher than I thought you were going to come in with this. So, okay, I'm listening.
I would never sit and watch it again out of, I'm just bored and I'm looking for something to watch. I would never just
You're showing somebody this movie, right?
I would show it to someone, and I would show it to...
We gotta get Pete.
Pete's never gonna watch this. I wouldn't show it to someone because they're like, oh yeah, I'm looking for a fun time. I would, someone who's like enjoys horror or likes this stuff. It just hasn't happened to have seen this film yet. Someone who's like, who I think is up for it. I wouldn't punish anyone with this if this was clearly not their cup of tea.
I tried to punish you
It's
guys.
kind of like when someone's like, "Oh, I like hot sauce," but in the back of your fridge you have one of those like 12 million Scoville novelty hot sauces, and you're like, "Okay, well, if you like hot sauce, I've got something for you." I think that's the flavor in which I would sit down and watch this movie again to show it to someone.
Yeah. Did you buy this?
Or would I buy it?
Or no, did you watch this on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. I bought it.
I would, and this is something that Pete and I run into a lot, right? So we jump for joy anytime there's something on a streaming service. And I think between the two of us, we have like all of the streaming services because it's, it's a business expense for sure. And every so often we have to rent something, and every so often we're like, oh God, like I can't believe I paid for that. Like,
right.
I can't believe that's something I forked out cash for. But yeah, no, this was on Netflix. And you know what? Had I had to pay $5 to rent it, I don't think I would have had. I don't think I'd have buyer's remorse. I think I would like, yeah, you know what? That's fine. I'm glad I paid it. I think I would have just as soon. I would have no problem owning this movie, but I don't think I would put out now that it, like, especially with it on Netflix, with the exception of maybe if it was like in the when you're at like Giant Tiger and they have the collection of Blu-rays that are like,
they're like $5 or something.
They're $5 because they were rented out by, whatever place still rents movies, and now they're just selling them.
You're really making us sound super Canadian over here. Going to Giant Tiger.
Giant Tiger there, eh?
Giant Tiger.
Go out for a rip up to the store there and hop into Giant Tiger and
then go get a double from Timmy's.
The double 4x4 coffee there, eh? But yeah, okay, cool. Sir, what films in the last week, or
I was hoping you were going to ask me that.
Yeah, maybe life gets busy, so if you haven't, we can stretch it to like a week and a half, 2 weeks. But are there any films that have like, that you've sat down and watched in the last week and you either recommend or you're like, that was garbage, please stay away from it?
So if you're going to ask me if I've had time in the last week to watch movies, so this past year, I've already watched 296 movies.
Holy.
So yes, I log every single one of them and rate every single one of them. So I know exactly what I've watched in the last week. And this whole month of October, I've just been doing nothing but watching horror movies. So thank you for asking.
Jeez Louise.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to hit 365 this year.
Just in saying that, I feel as though I have this sudden regret that washes over me. That I'm like, I wish. And how are you logging them? You're just like.
So have you ever heard of Letterboxd?
You're using Letterboxd. Okay, I'm on Letterboxd. I'm just horrible at using it.
So when you get the hang of it, man, easy as pie, and it's fantastic. It's so great. I love it, man. I really do. And you can make lists, and I ranked like the Halloween franchise, the Friday the 13th, Nightmare. I got them all on a nice list of how I rank each film, and it's great. It's great.
Okay. I have to invest some more time into Letterboxd. The one thing, okay, so here's the thing that I don't know about Letterboxd, and I think I looked for something and I couldn't find it. Are there ways to share lists with people?
What do you like? What do you mean?
Like so I have my catalog on there of like films I've watched.
Yep.
And it's ever growing, and every so often, like, there's different ways. I'll be like, I will look up. Sometimes you just like look up an actor. You just start thinking of actors, and then you just go through their filmography and you're like, okay, yeah, I've seen that. Otherwise, going through and trying to figure out your like backlog of films that you've watched in your life is like, it's daunting and damn near impossible.
Yeah, so what I did, man, when I first went on here, I made a vow because I heard people saying that, and I'm like, I'm not going to try and recall all these movies that I've watched. I am only going to log movies as I watch them.
Moving forward, sure.
That's it. So when I first got here, I didn't onto Letterboxd. I didn't add anything. I just started from scratch, and as I watched movies, that's it. That's how it went. So now So movies that I've seen a million times aren't even on there yet until I revisit them, you know?
Right. So is there a way, though, to share, like, let's say I'm like, okay, here are all the movies I've watched. Can I somehow export that list and, like, send it to Pete so Pete can see the movies I've watched? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Yep. Especially if he has Letterboxd, he can just go onto your Letterboxd.
Okay. See, we're going to have to, you got to tutor me.
It's great. Yeah. It's great. I've heard that there's a little bit of a learning curve, but when you do get it, man, I've been using it for about a year and a half now. Every day. It is great. And also people leave amazing reviews on there. Sure. So you can read some really, really quality reviews. So it's good. It's a really good tool.
Cool.
But anyway,
what did you watch?
Movies, I'll list 2 because I watched this one. So I watched 3 this week. So I watched this one, and then I watched. Do you remember The Crazies? The 2010 movie The Crazies.
Yeah.
With Timothy Oliphant.
The crummy hitman movie guy.
Yep. Yeah, so it's okay. It's fun. It's a fun movie. I like the original George A. Romero one. I'm always a purist, but for some reason that movie's just better. This movie kind of meandered a little bit, but it was fun. I liked it. And then I watched The Wicker Man from
Nicolas Cage.
No, I watched the original.
I figured it wasn't.
I like the Nicolas Cage one, just not that scene.
Oh,
you don't like it, eh?
Yeah,
with the bees. The bees.
I'm a Nicolas Cage apologist.
I'm a huge fan, man. I want to start a Nicolas Cage podcast straight up and just review like all 200, all like 1 million credits that he's done.
I will guest in at least one of those for sure.
Oh, you'll guest in a bunch.
Yeah, he. I love him, Pete. He's pretty hit or miss for Pete.
Yeah, I get it.
Pete loves the National Treasure films, but how
it's
can
amazing.
you not?
Yeah, it's amazing.
But then he hits on him pretty hard for other. And I'm like, dude, I've been trying to get Pete to watch the Nicolas Cage Gone in 60 Seconds since we've started this podcast.
I don't know
because it's actually a great film.
Is it?
And he just won't do it.
You're gonna watch Con Air.
Yeah, there you go.
Or the new one of the new ones that he's been in called Mandy. If you want to see Nick Cage, just go complete Nick Cage. Watch watch the movie, but the last hour of that movie, I think he literally goes insane.
I need a third National Treasure movie. Yeah, I need to know what is on that page of the president's book that was so important.
He goes full Nick Cage in that movie.
Like, come on. Films I watched this week. Here is a stacked list. I watched the second Child's Play movie because I had watched the first one the week before. Just a rewatch. I've seen them. I haven't seen all of them. I've seen the first 5. So I've seen up to the Seed of Chucky. And then with there's like
Curse and Cult
and Curse and
then the new Child's Play
show.
And then the new show, yeah. Did you see Child's Play, like the new one, Child's Play, with the animatronic doll?
No, with the Mark Hamill one. No.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's okay, man. There's a lot of horror fans that do really enjoy it. I'm not a fan. I don't like it, but it's okay.
Yeah. So I watched that.
That's fun.
I watched Dune for an upcoming review that we're doing.
What, like the new one? The Villeneuve one?
The new one. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. Is it amazing or what? I guess you can't say, eh?
I can't say.
Yeah, fair enough.
You
can text me. Okay, yeah, text me after because I'm a huge fan of the Lynch one, man. I really love it.
The David Lynch. Yeah.
I know. Say whatever you want about that movie. It's so great, though. I love it.
Okay,
but Denis Villeneuve is one of the best. I don't even know if he's up and coming anymore, but one of the best directors out there.
Yeah,
for sure. Have you seen Arrival?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Talk about a mind-blowing experience for me. Anyway, go on.
I watched part of the 1981 Evil Dead, but
you
know, I need to go back. I'm going to go back.
You're going back.
Go back and finish it. I have been watching through the Friends. I've been rewatching Friends, so I'm in season 7 or something of Friends.
How many seasons of Friends are there?
10.
10? Okay.
For the first time, I watched, and so now some of the references I've made are going to make some sense. For the first time, I sat down and watched the 1978 Halloween.
For the first time?
First time.
Oh my God, I wish I was you.
I had only ever seen the 2007 Rob Zombie
one. I love it. I love those movies, but yeah, okay. I'm so excited to hear what you think of this.
So I watched it. It's great. Talk about a baby Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, she's so young.
Beautiful too.
But I watched that. It was awesome. You know, here's my story. I have seen every Nightmare on Elm Street movie, with the exception of Freddy vs. Jason. And the only reason I haven't seen Freddy vs. Jason is because I haven't seen any of the Friday the 13th movies yet.
Right.
And I want to watch all of those so that when I sit down to watch this, Freddy vs. Jason, I've got like an interest in both of them. I literally
just did that. I just watched all of Nightmare, and then I watched all of Friday the 13th, and then I watched Freddy vs. Jason, and then I watched the 2 remakes.
I
just did that, a couple months ago.
It's just like I've seen all of the Alien films, but I won't watch AVP until
I see Predator.
Knock out the Predator films, because I want to know. I want to have a stake in both sides.
They're great.
So I watched the 1978 Halloween.
Masterclass.
Because I was short on time, so then I'm a bit of a completist, and I was like, okay, so now, like, here we go. We go Halloween 2, then we go Season of the Witch, then we go The Return, and then we go The Revenge, and H20, and Resurrection, or whatever it is. We just keep going. I didn't have time for that.
Yep.
So what I did was I chose the different timeline, the different continuity, and I went from the 1978 one to my first viewing of the 2018 one.
Yeah, and then you went and saw Kills, did you?
And then last night I watched Halloween Kills.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good timeline.
I really liked the 2018 one. I really liked it.
Yeah.
The Halloween Kills. Have you seen Halloween Kills yet?
I haven't. I was supposed to. I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't like it as much.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things. I don't watch trailers, like I said, so I don't even know what this movie even looks like. Yeah. I've heard mixed reviews from a bunch of people that I talked to online.
I won't spoil a single thing for you. I will just say that to me it feels like the setup for a movie. Like, it feels like, if you sit down to watch like part
like they're
1,
setting up part 3 or something
part 1, or like, the Hunger Games movies. I don't know if you've seen those, but like whatever the final, the second last one, where it's like such and such part 1, and you're like, nothing happens in this, or Harry Potter part 8 or whatever, 7 or whatever, the Deathly Hallows Part 1, and you're like, not a lot happens in this movie. It kind of just feels like a lot of exposition and sort of some filler. That's kind of what Halloween Kills felt like for me.
Yeah, and so they're setting up the third one, I guess. That's how it would feel like.
Yeah, I guess. Halloween Ends, which I doubt, because nothing kills him.
Yeah, the franchise is not going to end. There's no way. They've made so much money off of these movies.
He gets in Halloween 2018, he gets his hand half blown off, and he keeps going. Like, he's not human.
the things that he endures through the whole franchise is unbelievable. Really,
he's insane. So that's a
good little Halloween. What are you coming up to? Are you planning something big for Halloween? Like, you planning a movie? I know that you probably got stuff going on, but are you going to sit down and watch like a specific movie on Halloween?
Yeah, I don't know yet. Yes, but I don't know. I don't know which. I don't know what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. Well, you let me know. I want to know. I'm genuinely curious as to what you're going to watch. I'm going to watch both. I do this pretty much every year. I'm going to watch House of 1,000 Corpses and then Devil's Rejects back to back.
Devil's Rejects. And then what did you... So I haven't seen either of those, and then I know there's the new one.
3 from Hell, yeah.
And was that a flop, or...
It's... in a lot of people's eyes, yes. To me, I mean, kind of... but I still enjoyed it. It's probably my least favorite of zombies movies, to be honest, but I just like the characters, and I thought Baby was a lot, but like his wife was a lot better in this one. I thought she was great. And I like Richard Brake a lot, so seeing him as Foxy was great. It was fun. I don't know. It's not anything. It doesn't even, oh my God. It's these other two, his first 2 movies just take this movie out to lunch. Like, they're so much better.
Sure. You know what I might watch?
What?
On Halloween. And it's not, it's one of those films, like, it's not scary, and so someone might be like, oh, okay, come on. Like, what a pushover. What a weak selection for Halloween.
There's no judgment here. You let me know.
The original Steven Spielberg Poltergeist.
Oh,
that has got such a sweet spot in my heart.
Oh, no. You will be just greeted with open arms in the horror community with saying that one, sir.
The Sam Rockwell one was such a disappointment for me. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yes. No, seriously, Poltergeist is a great pick. If someone were to say this is my favorite horror movie of all time, Poltergeist, I'd just clap. That's a fantastic pick. It's amazing so movie. It's so
Spielberg,
good,
man. Spielberg doing a psychological horror thriller.
And Tobe. In the Tobe.
Oh my gosh.
And Tobe Hooper. Dude, the guy who made the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Steven Spielberg made one of the greatest. I mean,
How can you go wrong?
Arguably, Tobe Hooper didn't do anything, apparently. Apparently, Steven Spielberg did, like, everything.
All right. I think that's my plan, then.
It's a good plan, bud. I'm with you. You know what? I'm going to watch those 2 movies, and I'm with you. I'll watch Poltergeist just to ease my night, just to give me a nice, warm feeling before I go off to bed.
There we go. All right, everyone, listen. Thank you for listening. I was about to say watching. Thank you for listening.
If they were watching, they would have been rolled over with our sexiness.
Yeah. Well, I only record naked, so it's...
I know you do. I should have taken my pants off for you.
Yeah. You should never put them on. That was your mistake.
They are uncomfortable.
Check out all our social media links down below. There'll probably be some sort of link maybe posted somewhere that has something to do with Jordan if he sends me something and wants something posted there. So
I've been a bum on social media, so I'll send you those over.
Yeah, sweet. We'll give you a plug there. Check out our merchandise page. Buy yourself a sweater. Keep yourself warm. Winter's coming. And that's not even a Game of Thrones reference. That's just it literally winter is coming, and you could probably use a toque and a mug to hold some tea in. And if you're not interested in doing that, but still also don't like your money, check out our Patreon page. It's an awesome way to get a bunch of good stuff, like increased voting power when we do our regular votes that determine the films we're going to watch and review. And it's also just a great way to help out the show. All of our Patreon money goes directly back into the show. As tempted as we are to use it to buy a Tesla, it just, we swore an oath. So we're not going to do that. Jordan, send us off with some sort of iconic horror quote.
You put me on the spot.
Yeah, I did. Is that I don't know which film is that from?
That's from the one we're making right now that we just wrote. Yeah. The Movie Men podcast, the movie.
From or like but give it one of those horrible sequel, like the Movie Men podcast does Manhattan, or like the Movie Men podcast Alive Again.
Alive Again.
Alive, still
we
not
need to
dead.
Yeah, we need to get that guy who does the movies, like the movie trailers.
Oh yeah, that voice.
Get him,
the Don Fontaine.
Yeah. Okay. I guess just in the vein of the Evil Dead, do shop smart, shop smart. There you go.
I like it.
All right. Or cool. Here, one last one to send us off. Groovy. There you go.
There you go. That's the winner.